Hey y'all, this is Rob the Pixel Nurse. I'm fixing to do a demo on how to build an escape room in PowerPoint. And I'm going to build the graphics in Midjourney using AI. So I figured I might as well just pop in with a quick tutorial on how to do that. So if you are interested in using AI to generate graphics, I recommend Midjourney. It's a really easy tool just to get started with. You can start with a free account and be able to access most of the main features and kind of get started and noodle around. You'll have some limitations on how much you're able to do with it in terms of like how many images you're able to generate and how quickly you're able to generate them, but it's a nice easy place to get your feet wet. So Midjourney is the name of the company that does the AI image generating. But to access those services, you're going to need to go through Discord, which is kind of like a cross between social media and the old AOL Instant Messenger, if any of y'all were around for that. So you're going to download Discord, and that is kind of like a chat program. You'll access Midjourney through Discord, and there are tutorials and all of that. So basically, you'll look up Discord, download it for your system, install it, open it up, and then you'll go to Midjourney, and then you access Midjourney through Discord. So here's how you would download that. Here is what Discord looks like once you've got it installed and opened. This is kind of what Discord looks like. You can see it's like a scrolling panel here and then various channels here. And I'm going to go to my own list where I have Midjourney added as a bot. I've subscribed to it. So you can see the images I was messing with earlier. These are the ones I'm actually going to use. But once you're in Discord, you interact with Midjourney by giving it a prompt. So in this case, I want to imagine is how you start your prompt. I want to imagine a spooky Victorian library with locked French doors, and my aspect ratio, I want 16 by 9 because that'll work with my PowerPoint. So now you can see I sent that command and now it's thinking. It's waiting to start. Probably wind up cropping out this. There you go. You can see it starting to process. So it's kind of that AI is starting to ping and it's starting to like send out tests and starting to refine and kind of diffuse out the probabilities of what it thinks is happening next. So I tell it a library and it starts with this is what a library should look like and starts to winnow its way down. Oh, these are actually a little better than what I had before. So in Midjourney, it will generate 4 images, and then you pick the ones that you like. So I like all of these. These are great. None of them have the locked door that I'm looking for, but I think this one here in the top left will work. And this one in the bottom right, I think, are ideal. So I'm going to upscale, or my top left, which is my first image. I'm also going to upscale the bottom right image. So U4, I want to upscale that. And now I have an upscaled version of that. So it took one of the little ones, it generates it kind of small and says, is this what you want? And I say, yes, that's what I want. Upscale it, generate it in large format for me. So I've got this generated in large format. I'm going to save this image on my desktop to my escape room tutorial. This is going to be library 2. Because I already generated one that I liked and I've got that saved. And now here I've upscaled my other one. So here's my second library, and yeah, that looks cool. Let's go ahead and save that. So that is also going to be saved to my escape room tutorial, raw assets. This is library background 3. Boom, so now I've got those saved. If I liked these, like let's say this one, I like this one a lot, right? But I want a variation of it. It's not quite what I want, but it's almost there. I can generate a variation. So V1 would generate a variation of that first image. Or from here, I can do either a subtle variation of it or I can do a strong variation of it. And kind of build on that. I can change the aspect ratio of it, blow it up, do various things. In this case, let's make a strong variation out of this and see if we can get a door. I mean, can't have an escape room without a door that you can lock, right? So you can see it's waiting to start my project. Now it's kind of thinking about it. It's giving me 4 variations on that theme. Alright, none of them have a locked door, but they are kind of cool. And if I'm looking for an escape room, this one here seems like it has some options. This one here has a lot of options. I've got a picture of some kind down here. I've got some stands over here. I've got a little, looks like a little locked box down there. Like there's some options to play with down here in this third image. So let's go ahead and get an upscaled version of that third image. And then we'll call it good. I think that's good enough to start for this project. So yeah, that's a pretty one. So we're going to save this as library background 4. Now I have some good options to work with. All right, and the advantage of working with the Midjourney images is there's no copyright. There is no copyright, so I am able to use these in my projects, no sweat. I don't have to worry about copyright. But there is no copyright, so anybody else can also use them. So if I take this and it shows up and somebody takes a screenshot of my project, they can use my image in their stuff because there's no copyright on it. I don't care about that. If this is going to help them, they're welcome to it. If this will help you, you're welcome to it. Files are in the links. But something to bear in mind, you know, if you spend several hours tweaking and customizing an image that is just right for what you need and you want that to be proprietary and for yourself alone, you're going to have to do something externally to do that to maintain your copyright. But in this case, that's good enough. And let's add a librarian. So let's imagine